Welcome back to the PCPL Pokemon Draft League for season number 7. The Detroit Dragons are currently 1-1 after fumbling the last week. That's okay, we'll bounce back. On the last battle, we had a good strategy up against the Broken Paradox, but I messed up and completely forgot to put the rain in the calculator, so I accidentally underestimated Baxcaliburs. Unfortunate, but that was just a simple accident, so we'll bounce back from that, don't worry. For week number 3, the Detroit Dragons are taking on the Brampton Baxcaliburs, led by Coach Kingambit. This is a very interesting battle, I'm really looking forward to it. They have Arceus-Poison, Go, Latios, Terra Captain Kingambit going Fire or Fairy, Salamence, Blastoise, Porygon 2, Excadrill, Bronzong, and their cheerleader, Teddy Ursa. You might notice that this team has a very big weakness to Dark, with Go, Latios, and Bronzong being weak to it, but also a very good weakness to Ice. Salamence and Latios. The Pokemon that terrifies me the most is the Kingambit, because this thing, while it is very slow, it's a powerhouse, and with it being a Terra Captain, I'm not likely going to be easily taking it out very quickly. So, with the threat of Supreme Overlord and Swords Dance shenanigans going on, we're going to have to rely on a couple of things here. So I'm not going to be able to one-shot it, but I think Arceus will be the very best defense against it. I'm running a Iron Defense Calm Mind set on Arceus-Bug, so hopefully, before it even gets the Swords Dance off, I should have my defense at +2. Arceus is going to be my lead in this battle, because I fully expect a Bronzong lead, or an opposing Arceus lead. Well, I do have an advantage because Arceus-Bug can hit a lot of his Pokemon for weakness, so having Dark Pulse and Earth Power I think will be my very best bet. I do expect that Kingambit to go Fairy, so I'm not expecting to one-shot it, but if I can get my defense up with Iron Defense first, I should have no problem against it, because it'll have to go for Swords Dance, which is just a free attack, so should be okay, I think. Speaking of Latios and Go, though, because of the very big weakness to Dark, we're bringing Darkrai. Darkrai will be running Nasty Plot. We're not going to run the Trick Set this time, just because I don't really expect to lock anything down. But having access to one of the most powerful Dark Pulses in the entire game should be able to threaten Kingambit's team very, very well. And with access to Nasty Plot, can even further add on the pressure. Iron Boulder will be coming back Iron Boulder will be coming back yet again, but this time with Throat Chop instead of Close Combat. And the purpose of this is because I kind of expect Go to run Air Balloon. So I think having Throat Chop is more valuable because it hits Latios, Go, and Bronzong for weakness. And it's really the only dark move I have on Boulder. I really wish it learned Knockoff, but that's okay. Speaking of knockoff, though, Krookodile is coming back. This time, I think I'm going to run Moxie Loaded Dice, because if I can find a good opportunity to get a Scale Shot off, even if it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, getting that speed boost and threatening big damage with Knockoff and Earthquake can really spiral the game out of control. And, again, having such a big Dark weakness gives Krookodile the edge. I don't want to run Intimidate, though, because we don't want to give Kingambit an accidental Defiant boost. Goodra will be coming back in this battle with the Assault Vest set. This is basically the same as against Niue. We want to hit that Latios with a Draco Meteor. They might expect AV, but it's really the best item for Goodra in this matchup. So, hoping that can go well. Enamorus is also coming back, and this time with the Choice Scarf item. Enamorus' job is cleanup. If I can damage everything well and get everything low enough to where Choice Scarf and Enamorus can come in and just sweep the game, that will be best case scenario. Enamorus with Earth Power should threaten most of the team. Also Moonblast for Salamence, Latios, Earth Power for Gholdengo and Arceus-Poison, and for Excadrill. We should be okay. I think Enamorus will do very well here. And that's my team for week number 3 of the PCPL. Please consider liking and subscribing. I'm on my way to 500 subs. I would really, really appreciate y'all. Alright, let's get right into the battle. it happened again. My audio, for some reason, just didn't work from my microphone. I don't know why. I'll figure it out, guys. Don't worry. But so we're gonna do the same thing as last week, where I review the battle as it goes on. I'll give you my thoughts and stuff for each turn. We'll have a good time with it. So, in the beginning of the battle, so if you remember from the team builder, I kind of expected a Bronzong lead or an Arceus lead. He didn't bring Blastoise, so there's no potential there. So I thought Arceus lead would be perfect here. There's no Roar potential. I don't know if Latios learns Roar or not. I don't think so. But no Roar. So if he leads Bronzong against my Arceus, I am chilling. I am perfect. I set up and we're good. So that's what I roll with. Alright, so the battle starts, and to my surprise, he actually sends out Porygon too. But I'm fine with this. My only concern here is a Tri-Attack status condition, but there's a chance he doesn't have it. So, because a lot of Porygons will just run like a more defensive, like, you know, support set, which, you know, things like Trick Room, Recover, you know, but he does go for Trick Room here. So I decided to go for Calm Mind. I start setting up. And he goes for Trick Room. Now I thought, okay, sure. I'm fine with that. Whatever. So now I set up Iron Defense. And my thought here is he's probably switching into either Kingambit or a very physical Arceus-Poison. Or very slow Arceus, I mean. Not physical, slow. And in comes Kiyoshiro the Kingambit. So I'm like, okay, I'm glad I clicked Iron Defense. Now, I had another thought here. I thought, well, why else would he be setting this in? I was thinking, oh, he might actually be Terra Fire. Which, if he is, okay, that's fine. I'm +2. That doesn't really matter. So, I actually meant to click Earth Power here, just to start getting attacks off, but I actually clicked Iron Defense again by mistake. Which is fine. Like, I'm totally fine with that. Yep, there's the Terra. So here I'm thinking, is it Fire? 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 No, it's Fairy. Which is fine. Like, I'm totally cool with that. Because that means there's no super effective damage coming. But he does get the Swords Dance because Trick Room is up, but I go for Iron Defense. So I'm +4. Now I decide to go on the offensive. So I'm running calcs at the moment. I'm trying to see like how much damage he'll do when I'm at +4. It's not that much. It's actually close to half because Kingambit's just a monster. But he goes for Swords Dance again. But I go on the offensive, and I click Earth Power. That was a nice crit. That was a nice crit. But then I thought, well, that was the crit damage after a +1. This thing must be either like max HP or max SPDF. And I'm glad I didn't get flinched there. I'm really happy I didn't get flinched there. So Kingambit was gone. And I am so excited for this, because this was the big threat. This thing I was worried about the most. So, bye-bye. Get out of here. Hallelujah. So now I'm thinking, okay, Arceus is probably coming in next. But he might not, because Earth Power is extremely threatening. But instead, he sends out Kaylin, the Excadrill. Now I'm thinking, why send this in? And I thought, well, maybe it's Focus Sash. Maybe he's just trying to get as much damage down as possible. I thought he would have sent in the Bronzong here, but... Now, it doesn't kill it. It doesn't even do all the way, so that makes me to believe, oh, this must be AV. This has got to be AV Excadrill. So I'm like, okay, sure. Whatever. So, now that Trick Room's over, and the Excadrill is now faster than Arceus, I'm about to take an attack. But I mean, I'm +4 defense, I should be fine. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter what he does. But he goes for Rock Slide. And he gets a flinch. So we have no choice but to try again. He goes for Rock Slide. And gets another flinch. Come on, buddy. Don't do this to me. And then he high rolls and actually takes the KO. Actually, no, that was a crit. Actually, that was a crit. Wow. Wow. Insane. Holy freaking crap. God. So, now I'm like, well, that really sucked, because Arceus could have ran away with the game. Really could have. Oh well. So, now I'm thinking, okay, what do I send in next? I don't want to send in Boulder yet, because I don't want to lose the booster energy right away, because I know that he can just simply swap or send in something else. However, I think, and I don't want to send in Enamorus either, because he'll, you know, he'll just swap. And I have a Choice Scarf too, so if I click Moonblast and he goes into Arceus, that's just really bad. If I click Earth Power and he goes into Latios, that's really bad. So I send in Krookodile. Now here I had a choice. So, with Kingambit gone, Scale Shot isn't a terrible idea. And I kind of wish that I did select Scale Shot, but I was worried about the Arceus coming in, and I don't have a Moxie boost, so, you know. But he doesn't get a flinch, and I quick knockoff, so I take the KO. So Krookodile gets his first KO. We get a Moxie boost, but again, I really wish I clicked Scale Shot, because then I'd also have a speed boost. And then we'd be in such great shape. But Arceus comes in. Now here I'm thinking, okay, there's no way I'm one-shotting with an Earthquake here, because Arceus is just God tier. 120 base defense. So at +1, I'm not killing it in one shot. But I decide, you know what? There's a chance he's just going to click Dragon Dance. So I'm not going to switch, and I'm actually just going to click EQ. And just, if I catch him on a Dragon Dance, there's a shot that I KO it, but I know it's not likely. But then he uses a move that really surprised me. Oh, I think I actually clicked Scale Shot here. Just, yeah. Liquidation. I didn't think he'd run that. But it kind of made sense after I thought about it, because I have 3 Pokemon that are weak to water. Dirge, Iron Boulder, and Krookodile. So it kind of made sense to run Liquidation. So here I'm thinking, okay, now I know it's a physical Arceus. So I have an answer to that. And I know he didn't click Dragon Dance, so I know that Darkrai is faster. I know that Boulder is faster. And Enamorus. So I decide, well, if I can somehow reduce his attack power, we'd be in really good shape. So I believe this is where I swap into Darkrai, and I go for the Will-O-Wisp. In with the Darkrai. Okay, so this is where I click Mountain. Yep, I click Will-O-Wisp. It lands, thankfully. I've always worried about that because it's not accurate. So, but we got the we got it. So we're good here. He gets a Dragon Dance off, which is fine. His attack power is cut in half when he's got a little bit of a boost, but it's not really going to do much. But here I'm thinking, okay, now he's definitely faster than Darkrai, but he's not going to hit as hard. So I'm thinking, I could just click Dark Pulse here, but that's risky. That's risky, because I know I'm not... Oh, that's right. No, I'm sorry. I do click Dark Pulse. But I know it doesn't do a whole lot. Yeah. And I think he goes for... I think I click Dark Pulse again here. And I think he clicks Recover. I think. Or no, I swap into Goodra, okay. Yeah, there's Recover, okay. So I swap into Goodra, and I believe my plan at this point is to use Dragon Tail to get rid of its boosts. Oh yeah, and it missed Gunk Shot. Okay, yeah. So, yep, that's really good. That's really good. I didn't expect that, but it was really good. So now I know his moves. It's Recover, Gunk Shot, Dragon Dance, and Liquidation. Now here's Bronzy Boy. This thing, I hate this thing with a passion. So I'm not quite sure what my best plan here is. I don't want to switch into Enamorus at all, or Boulder, or Darkrai. So I think I just launch a Thunderbolt, just to see how much damage I do. And then I Dragon Tail it out, I think. I think he just goes for Gyro Ball. Yeah. So I kind of figure from that damage that was an AV, like a Assault Vest Bronzong. Now, here is where I make my biggest mistake of the game. I switch into Darkrai, I believe. Yeah. This is the biggest mistake of the game, and this is because there's a little quirk about Gyro Ball that I didn't know at the time. Watch this. Just watch. Just watch. Huh? So, I'm gonna actually pause the video real quick. The reason that happened, for those of you who might not know how Gyro Ball works, Gyro Ball gets more damage the heavier the target is. But apparently, I learned that -1 speed from Goodra also affects it. So, in order for that to KO, my opponent had Adamant Nature, 252 attack on Bronzong, Adamant 252, -1 speed, and he max rolled on top of it. So, when you look at the calc and you get all that, max roll is 95%. I only had Life Orb Chip, so I had what, 90% of my HP left. He high rolled the heck out of that Gyro Ball and one shot my Darkrai. I was shocked. I was floored by how much damage that did. So I lost Darkrai for no reason, and I didn't know it. I knew it was going to do a lot, but I didn't think it was going to KO at all. That was unbelievable. And I was like, that might have just lost me the game right there. Because now I don't have my fastest attacker. So here's Boulder. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, I need to kill this stupid Bell. So we go for Fighting Terror to make sure we live a Gyro Ball. He's probably thinking I'm going. He's probably. I don't know if he expected Fighting Terror, but I went Ground. So I wasn't sure if he was gonna maybe use a Psychic Attack like Zen Headbutt or something, but he doesn't. So I get my Swords Dance off, so I'm at +2. And he goes for a Gyro Ball, and it does a lot. Doesn't KO. Thank God for that. Now, I have Throat Chop on here, as you guys may saw from the Team Builder, and that is very important that I have. So without that, that thing doesn't die. Stupid Gyro Ball. Unbelievable. So, anyway, that happened. Now, because I have Throat Chop, he's probably thinking I don't have Close Combat. So he sends in Porygon here. I don't know, I think this was a calculated risk that he took, because if I did have Close Combat, this thing is dead. Or very close to it. I wish I did, honestly, but I valued Mighty Cleave more, because Mighty Cleave at least hits everything at least neutrally, whereas Close Combat doesn't do a dang thing to Latios or Golden Go, which he didn't bring Golden Go, so I was kind of thankful for that. But yeah, I just didn't value Close Combat in this battle, so I had Mighty Cleave and Earthquake instead. So I think I just click Earthquake here just for hoping for a crit. I was going crit fishing. It does more than I thought it would. There's Trick Room. So now I'm thinking, okay, Boulder is now officially slow, so I need to pivot here. I don't want to lose Boulder just yet, so I pivot into Goodra. It does, like, nothing, which is great, and I didn't get a freeze, which is really nice. Now, here's something that happened that I thought was extremely cool. So, I believe I Dragon Tail here. No, I Ice Beam first. Okay, never, it's the next turn. So he goes back up to full, and I try and get a freeze. A freeze would be really cool, but it doesn't happen. Next, I think I Dragon Tail to force out Arceus or force out Latios. Trick Room is still up, which means Goodra will be the fastest, and I get the Gooey, so I am now the fastest thing in Trick Room. So Dragon Tail forces out Latios. Okay, so now I'm thinking, okay, this is exactly what I want Goodra in front of. So I go for the Draco Meteor. Drop a Draco. Because I'm thinking, well, Porygon could easily just switch right in, but it really doesn't want to take that. So... And he might have been... I talked to him after the battle. He didn't think I was going to run Draco Meteor. So we just go for it. He stays in, and it connects. Goodbye, Latios. That was really freaking good, and I could not have been happier. I was very surprised, because I thought for sure he was going to swap it out. But I kind of hoped that the Arceus would come in so I could damage it some. But now at this point, now we just Dragon Tail over and over again. I kind of question why he recovered there, but maybe he thought that Porygon was actually going to be slower. Okay, so Arceus is back out now, and it's burned, so its damage output is very low. So I'm thinking here he's going to swap back. So I just really want to get some damage down. So I think I click T-Bolt. And he goes for DD. So I'm thinking, okay, Goodra's dead here, for sure. But I click Dragon Tail just in case he gets greedy. Yeah, so Goodra's down. So now I'm thinking, okay, this is bad. Because Boulder is low HP, and I don't have the speed boost anymore. and Enamorus is weak to Gunk Shot. So at this point, we just kind of pray that Gunk Shot misses. That's really my only way of winning at this point. Even while burned, Arceus is still really powerful, okay? Ay, Ubers, man. I mean, for my first Ubers League, I really don't think I'm playing terribly, but there's still a lot to learn. So I think here I just go back into Boulder, and I just kind of see what happens, see if he makes a mistake, and maybe clicks Gunk Shot and misses. That's my thought here, I believe. So we go into Boulder, and we hope for the best. Now I remembered he did have Liquidation, so... Unfortunate. Alright, so... At this point, I'm just... I just really needed to miss. And it just doesn't, so... That's it. Good game. Even burned. Like, that thing is so strong. So, anyway, that was a good game, Combi. That was very, very good. I don't know what I could have done differently, because I burned the Arceus, but it was just still such a powerhouse. Obviously, losing Darkrai like that was awful. That should never have happened, but it did. So, I mean, I expected the Golden Go, so maybe just having close combat would have been nice on Boulder to take out the Porygon. Because then, once Porygon's down, Boulder just runs rampant, and Boulder could have just won the game. But it didn't work out that way. So, that was just... yeah. Yeah, Ubers, man. Ubers. Anyway, that was a good game. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys like... let me know in the comments if you enjoy this kind of review style after the battle, rather than the real time. If you guys like this better, I'll keep doing this, but just let me know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. I really, really appreciate it. I'm getting up there to 200 subscribers. I'm only to 500, so I really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys for the next one. Bye bye.